What's going on, family? Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for what you're doing now. Father, for this is the day that you have made, and we'll be glad and rejoice in it. And Father, I pray, God, that you would, Father, awaken. I pray, God, that we will begin to stir. I pray, God, that we will begin, Father, to see, Father, what it is, God, that you've been saying to us in this season. I pray, God, that whatever it takes, God, that you do not, Father, allow us to waste any talents, any gifts. Father, do not allow us to grieve the Holy Spirit so that, Father, we can accomplish and so that we can be all in which you've called us to be. Father, let this be a moment in history that we realize, Father, that we are more than conquerors through Christ Jesus who loves us. So, Father, never let us lay down. Never let us give up in any situation or fight in our life that requires, Father, a firm faith in you. So, Father, we resubmit ourselves to you. And, Father, we believe in God that even during this show, Father, there will be words of encouragement. There will be words of affirmation. There will be words of confirmation. There will be prophetic words that will go forth, Father, to birth, to revive, to restore, Father, the things that you have placed on the inside of your people. We thank you now, Father, for what you will do throughout this session. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Hello, and welcome to the Today is Your Day show. I'm your host, Jonathan Davis, and I'm so excited that you decided to join us today. Thank you, Pastor Wallace, for that awesome prayer. Let's hear some announcements. Of course, we want to hear about Davis Consultants. Davis Consultants is an organization in business that does life coaching, mentorship, business coaching, business consulting, and ministry consulting. Listen, the year is almost up, and you want to make sure that you are ready for 2024. Let's have a consultation to see how we can help you prepare for a successful year. That could be for your life, that could be for your organization, your ministry, your business. Let's have a talk to make sure you're good and thriving for 2024. Now, Black Friday is coming up. Do you have your shirt? Do you have your Today is Your Day shirt? This is something you need in your wardrobe. Go on over to davisconsultantsgroup.com and get you a t-shirt. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies. Listen, you don't want to miss out on this blessing. I want you to put it on and know that no matter what day it is, today is your day. So head on over to www.davisconsultantsgroup.com. I'm teaching a drama class, year 1 and year 2. Hey, if you have some experience in drama, hey, come on over to year 2. But hey, I want you to get out of your comfort zone. I want you to be ready and prepared to be and do things in front of people, presentations. It doesn't matter. I will equip you in this class, being ready for the world. A lot of us have a little stage fright, but we're going to work through that. We're going to work that out, and we're going to get you ready for either auditions, presentations, just speaking to people, speaking around people, anything that you do in front of people. We will have you prepared. Also, I'm teaching a business class, an entrepreneurship and business launch masterclass. This is happening. I need you to go to eaglesEITI.org and enroll in one of these classes. I don't want you to miss out on these classes. These classes will be a great blessing to you. And I believe that you'll have a good time and learn at the same time. We talked about Black Friday coming up. Hey, going over to www.davisconsultantsgroup.com and get you your ebook of the Today is Your Day 31 day daily devotional for the Christian business owner. You don't have to get it for yourself. You can get it and be a blessing to someone else. Christmas is coming up and you want some gifts, and these gifts are pretty reasonable. You can go to my website and get this ebook, or you can head on over to Amazon and buy the paperback version of this book. With the year coming to a close very soon, we want to make sure that you end the year off healthy. Hey, hit me up. Let's talk about some Plexus so we can make sure that your health journey has begun. You don't have to wait till January to start being healthy. You can start being healthy right now. So hit me up and let's talk some Plexus. I mean, we go from a client hit me up, said they've lost a ton of weight just by taking the Triplex, one of Plexus products. So one takes Ease, that is helping with their pain. Another one's taking Active, giving them a lot of energy. I just had someone buy and purchase some protein shakes. So listen, this product, this company has products that are good for you and for your health journey. We want you healthy. We want you healthy and living a long time. And we can do that. We can help you do that by you reaching out to me. You can hit me up on my website, davisconsultantsgroup.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook and say, hey, I want to talk to you about Plexus. I'm getting serious about my health. All right. And so we want to acknowledge our sponsor, the Proclamation 101 on YouTube. So you head on over to YouTube, definitely on the Super Thursday. And I want you to click on the Proclamation 101 because every Thursday they are hitting us up and teaching us. This month, they're doing the book of Ephesians, and it's going very well. It's fun, it's interactive, and you learn so much. So make sure you head on over to YouTube, click on the Proclamation 101, subscribe, hit the bell so you can make sure you don't miss anything that they have going on. We want to thank the Proclamation 101 for being a sponsor for Today is Your Day show. We want to thank Young People Nation podcast for being a sponsor for the Today is Your Day moment. And we'll be hearing from them in just a moment. But I want to make sure that on Thursday, so you saw the Proclamation 101 is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 12 noon on Thursday, on Super Thursday. I need you to head on over to the podcast and listen to the Perrys on Young People Nation. That's happening every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I don't want you to miss it. Now, those are your announcements. Now let's get ready to hear our Today is Your Day moment. What are some things that you need to let go? A lot of times we aren't honest with ourselves, yet we know a lot of the things that we need to just say goodbye to. What are those things? I want you to make a list of things in your life that aren't bringing you joy, that are draining you, things that aren't leading you to prosperity, things that are in your gut knowing that you need to say goodbye to it. Hey, it could be people, it could be associations, it could be things in your house, it could be things that you're a part of. I just really need you not to take these things into 2024. We're going to have a good year next year, but we want to end this year good as well. And so it may be tough, but I need you to find within yourself those things that you need to let go. All right, remember, today is your day. I am so excited that you decided to join us today for the Today is Your Day show. Of course, I am your host, Jonathan Davis, and I'm so excited to see all of you. Even though I can't see you, I'm excited to see you watching me watching you. All right. But I'm excited about our guest today. We have our favorite chef back. Chef Rob, the kitchen sink cook, back with us to give us some tips on some things that we need to do this Thanksgiving. I said, you know what? My audience needs to know some things that they need to do before they get into that kitchen and mess some things up. I know y'all aren't a great cook like me. You've never had any of my cooking, so you're just going to have to believe me saying that. But I am excited to learn at least 2 recipes that Chef Rob is going to teach us today. So let me bring up your favorite chef, Chef Rob Myers, to the Today is Your Day show. Thank you so much again for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And I always like to tell people I've known this young man since middle school, and he's definitely much older than I am.
That was just 5 years ago.
It's so tough to me, but we've known each other for over 20 years, and I am just excited and elated that he decided to give up.
You got all the grades, though. You got all the grades.
Gosh, I try to hide them as much as I can, but my permanent marker ran out. And so we're talking about cooking today. So we're going to show some videos a little later to give you all some tips. But I definitely want to make sure that you all get your book, The Kitchen Sink Cook, and tell them, please, how they can get this.
So it is available on therobamyers.com/kitchen sink cook. Or you can get it at ksc.therobamyers.com.
Yes, I know I told some people that when we were doing the show that they were like, oh man, we talked about turkey wings. I can't wait to after the show to come by your house to eat them. And I thought, you know what? It's just an hour show, so or a little less. So y'all just gonna have to catch me during Thanksgiving time of next year. And so I'll talk about this, and then we'll talk about some other stuff before we even bring up the chicken wings. But talking about chicken wings, I have always liked them. I think I just like how they look. They look very appetizing, turkey wings. But I am not a fan of the sometimes people, they bake them, and I don't know if they're not finished baking them or they're just not getting that crispy. I like them a little crispy, but I don't like it feeling like I'm chewing gum. And sometimes some people's the skin on their turkey wings look, or yeah. And so
I have the right ratio of meat to juice, like sauce. If not, it will be gummy.
Okay. And you will be talking about later in the show how to make your famous turkey wings. But I first want to talk about, let's find out what you have going on right now. I mean, you do so much. I want people to know, you're more than a great chef and author. You do much more. Share that with us.
So much. Well, even just in the kitchen sink space right now, the spices are taking off. So I'm working exclusively with a few different companies to provide some spices, working on some new spice blends. So we'll have some new big reveals at the top of 2024. Outside of that, you say, Coach, I still choreograph and teach dance as much as I can. So I am headed to Vermont in the next 3 weeks to set some choreography up there, and I'll be in New York for a while. So always busy. And then, of course, my day job in the arts, admitting students to the college and high school program. So
now I definitely want to give a shout out to the Mrs., the now Dr. Mrs. Give a shout out to her. She was on our show last time, and I definitely, of course, we love you both. But I mean, of course, your better half has just had a big announcement.
Yes, Dr. Myers. So she officially graduates December 15th. So that is something else that is on the immediate horizon. So lots of things going on.
We are so excited, and congratulations to her when you see the Showtime show. Congratulations, Doc. Congratulations, Doc. We're so happy for you. And I'm so, you did a lot of work and some hard work, and I'm proud. I'm very proud. Okay, so we are talking about the holidays, and I love the holidays. I was sharing on another show, I said my favorite holiday is actually Christmas. But if you know me, you know I love food. So anything that's going to focus on food, I'm definitely for it. And that's what we do. Of course, it's a season of gratitude, and I am grateful for the food that comes onto my plate and for all of you that are watching the show. But really, I love food, and I think that Thanksgiving is about, of course, Thanksgiving and giving thanks, but it's also, of course, about you bringing your favorite and best dishes. And so I wanted to talk to you first about some memories that you may have dealing with the holidays. Any of them mine?
Sure. I think my favorite Thanksgiving memory, like something that gets me like in the Thanksgiving mood, is always the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Of course.
Because I'm an early riser, and it was the best thing to do to kind of occupy your time while you're waiting for the Thanksgiving food to be done. And it's kind of a teaser to Christmas because you get to see the Radio City Rockettes and, you know, all the different artists. They got shows coming out for Christmas and new holiday albums and all the marching bands. And it's just a fun time. So that always is a stamp or signature stamp for me for that Thanksgiving is here. Yeah, I would definitely say that's the biggest memory. There were a few years in high school where we were competing for state championships. So we had football games during Thanksgiving break. So that was always fun and super cold. One of the things the wives tell us in Miami was that if we had a cold Thanksgiving, we had a hot Christmas. So we never knew what kind of year it was going to be. So we always hoped for a cold Thanksgiving because we didn't mind being inside of Thanksgiving. We want to be outside at Christmas time. So those are just a few of my favorite Thanksgiving memories.
I can jump on dealing with when you said the Macy's Day Parade. I thought, you know, every year my mom would remind me, hey, turn on the TV because the Macy's Day Parade is on. But I was thinking with both times. So many years ago, when my dad's mom, my grandmother was living, she would host us all in Homestead, Florida City. We'll all go to Florida City, Florida, and my grandmother would make this huge spread of everything that you can think of, especially what we always remember, the dressing with duck. She would have like many ducks in there. She did not share that recipe before she passed away, but so we just have that memory. But we all would go down there. My grandmother was a wonderful cook, and she should have opened a restaurant. But I do remember every year us going down to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving, the whole family and extended family coming to our house because everybody loved her cooking. But going back to the Macy's Day Parade, I would think, you know, every Thanksgiving, my mom would just get up at the crack of dawn. I don't know if she would even sleep the night before. She'll take a nap. She'll start the oven doing things that needed to be done for preparation or dinner. And then she would always let me cut out the turkey at the bag and then clean the turkey before she seasoned it and basted it. I definitely remember those moments of being in that sink every year. And even now, when we come together, she allows me to clean the turkey. Now,
she allows you?
Yeah, listen, that's all she lets me do. That's all she lets me That's all she lets me do. Now, they allow me to cook things for Christmas time, but I don't know why she does. Listen, I always tell Mom, we got it. We got it. Now, you know, my sisters, you know, the gift of cooking came with me. Now, would they say the same? I don't know. But that's, again, no one knows my cooking right now. So
it's your show, so you stick it with it.
And today is my day.
You have the platform.
Now, we all try our best to make my mother's favorite and famous mac and cheese. Everyone loves my mom's mac and cheese. Out of the three of us, can cook it closer to her. I mean, it's not as good, but it's definitely right there. Hers is right there. Mine is right there. And my oldest sister, who thinks it's better than mine, is right here. But, you know, let's not tell her. Let's not tell her at all. But we thank God for her that she tries. She tries, definitely. But, yes, I always remember that. Thanksgiving mornings, you know, my second older sister makes the ham. My mom allows me to cut the turkey out the bag, clean the turkey while she gets ready to season and baste it.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of like regular turkey, like regular baked turkey. I just feel like no matter what you do to it, it's just dry and boring.
Whoa!
I like a smoked turkey.
Put it on the chest up, breast up, or down. I cannot remember.
Something about the taste of it just never excited me.
What?
Like I like a smoked turkey, like a smoked turkey leg or something like that. Of course, I like turkey wings. But my dad was a country boy, so he always requested like that style of food. So we didn't really have to wait till the holidays for that kind of food. So typically at the holidays week, my mom would do things to like spice it up and do something different with it. So yeah, just having a regular turkey, yeah. My godparents were Hispanic, so we would have like paneer, like so all the Latin flavors, and we would do ham, of course. Sometimes we would even do chicken, different ways of chicken, and like you said, duck. We've done duck, but as far as regular turkey, I can go without it.
I love it because I love it with the gravy, and I love to get those. I just love how people do it differently. Like, so my mom would bake it. My brother-in-law, we all come together, and he will grill it or fry it. Oh, it's so good.
See, to me, fried turkey is overrated. It's a lot of work. You're gonna burn the house down, and it tastes just like the same turkey that you baked.
Or smoked turkey.
I love a smoked turkey.
Man, so I did this, and I think I shared this on the show before. I did this, and I was so excited about this. I had bought 2 turkeys from Popeyes because they sell the Cajun turkeys, and I was so excited. I mean, I posted it and everything, took pictures with them, and I was so excited to get that to my family. Like, I had paid for it to be flown. Mailed home in like dry ice so it could be frozen when it got there. And all you have to do is just leave it out for like 2 to 3 hours so it can thaw out, and then you bake it because it's already cooked. So excited. So excited. And when I tell you we baked it, had it ready, I'm pumped. My family was like, it's okay. What? When I tell you, if that balloon was right there, they all had needles. And I'm telling you, it was busted. That balloon was popped because I was so excited and so pumped about them tasting this amazing turkey from Popeyes. And they were like,
Did you like it? Had you tasted it already?
I loved it. I bought it for the next couple of years. Of course, I didn't share it with my family because they didn't care for it. But I would have it for other stuff. But man, I was so excited about that turkey. I mailed a turkey home. That's how excited I was. I bought 2 that year. But it didn't matter.
Mama said she gonna make her own.
And did. Oh, but it wasn't for Thanksgiving. I can't remember what it was for. Oh, maybe it was Christmas. I think I mailed it for Christmas. Like, I bought it during Thanksgiving, froze it, and mailed it for Christmas because I don't know. I may be making this all up. But I know I mailed it home. I know it wasn't for Thanksgiving, though. But I knew I bought it for Thanksgiving. I was excited, and they were not. They were not. And I've been talking about it ever since. And they're like, you can keep it at Popeyes.
Sounds about right.
Yes. Okay. And so and speaking of things that we should do with cooking or making things, what would you say are some do's and don'ts for
the biggest holiday Thanksgiving do is cook to your strengths. Like, stay in your cooking weight class. Like, if you are not a cook, if you are not a chef, if being in the kitchen is not your thing, don't choose Thanksgiving to start trying to make turkeys and hams and stuff. Like, leave that to the professionals. Leave that to the real home cooks. If chicken wings is your thing, make some chicken wings for Thanksgiving and call it a Thanksgiving meal. And it being edible and tasty is way more important than it being traditional.
Listen, I think, I'm a go big or go home person. So it's like, listen, okay, if you can follow that box, bring it, do it. Why not? Now, I've seen videos.
Do that at the house when it's just you. Don't invite people over for that.
As you were talking about that story, I kept thinking of this video I saw on social media when the mom was like, no one told you to start, I can't remember the word she said, but like try new stuff with the mac and cheese. Your auntie gave you the recipe, and you wanted to try something new. So me and your brother going upstairs, and you can clean. So tomorrow we could not enjoy the mac and cheese because you wanted to try something new. Listen, I'm all for people trying things out, and guess what? I'll try it. I'll put it on my plate. Like I love things. Like I love chitlins.
I can eat them. I just don't make them. I can eat them.
So you'll eat.
I like them from particular people.
Oh well, of course you can't.
Yeah,
you can't eat everybody's food. You can't eat everybody's chitlin.
Right.
I mean, because
something I do cherish is a good potato salad because my family doesn't like it. Like my house does not like potato salad. So if we can go somewhere where somebody has made potato salad, then I'm excited because I'm the only one in my house that eats it.
My mom makes good potato salad and tuna salad and chicken salad. Well, my mom's good cook. But I have not. I've made I made potato salad once. I don't think I did bad. I also one time, bought it, dressed it up, put that little paprika on it, and I put it in another tin container and brought it to the potluck. And they're like, "This is so good." I did. I brought it.
You stirred it up.
It's mine. Like it didn't have that paprika or them eggs on top before. I cooked the eggs. It's mine. That
again, stick to the lakes and the rivers that you're used to. Like,
come on. Yeah. So I just love. I don't know. I feel that Thanksgiving is just that time where you can. It's like you get such a variety of food. And I don't understand why we don't do this variety throughout the year. Because you can make these things, but at small portions. Like every time I can think about with my grandmother's house, my mom would always make her famous buttermilk pie. And we'll talk about that one later. And my grandmother always liked to have on the table pecan pie. Do you eat pecan pie?
I do like pecan pie.
I love pecan pie. I can't eat a lot of it because I just never understood what the middle was.
Like the little gelatin.
Yeah, I never understood what that was, but I ate it.
You're not supposed to ask, you just eat it.
So
and I see me, I'm not even like a big sweets person. Like I would prefer savory over sweet, but pecan pie is something I enjoy.
Okay, so tell me this, and I always ask people because I did not, when I started hearing that word, I did not understand what people consider savory.
So so I would prefer something like salty versus sweet.
Savory or salty?
Right. Typically, it has more flavor than sweet.
Really?
So typically, your entrees and your side dishes are going to be savory, and then your desserts will be your sweet.
Well, of course, the desserts are the sweets, but in my mind, I used to think that savory meant like something wet, like something with gravy or. But that like would a casserole be savory?
Well, it's more about the flavor profile. So if it's something that is on the saltier side than the sweet, then it would be savory.
Good to know. I mean, I never use that word. I hear people use it, but I never use it because I don't want to be wrong. And they're like, that's not savory. And I'm like, you're right. But I don't know. So I'm just going to tell you what I actually like, the particular foods. So what would be like a normal spread for you all? Let's say growing up and then now.
So growing up, I mean, of course, traditional. So we had the turkey. We never did like mashed potatoes. I never understood that. I don't know if that's a white people thing, but it just, I never got it. I saw it on TV a lot. That was not something we grew up with.
Somebody else just told me. I brought that up to somebody. I was like, I don't remember us having mashed potatoes. You said mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah, like that.
I don't remember us having mashed potatoes because I didn't understand what would be the reason if you have the mac and cheese and the cornbread.
Right.
I mean, not the cornbread, the dressing.
Right. Yeah, my mom likes dressing, so she does dressing. She would do dressing like in the turkey, like with the turkey, then also a pan of dressing on the side. More recently, she got into like more of the sweet and savory dressings where you got like the cranberries or raisins or apples and that kind of thing. That's newer because my dad ain't eating that. But I mean, that's something that we would enjoy because I don't like stuffing a whole lot. But like if you got like sausage and cranberry and raisins, that kind of thing, I'll tolerate it. Collard greens, more like as I got older, she started doing the green bean casserole, which is really the only time we really ate the green bean casserole. Was that we tried it one year for Thanksgiving and it kind of just stuck.
Really?
That's probably the closest we got to a mashed potatoes and gravy type meal.
I was like, that is usually at that same table.
Right. Yeah. And then ham, of course, a ham.
Oh yeah, you gotta
always preferred ham over turkey, so definitely a ham. And then desserts. My mom wasn't a big desserts maker, so we might buy a dessert or somebody might bring a dessert that was coming over to eat. But nothing memorable as far as desserts goes.
So every time somebody mentions like food and the desserts, I always think about my two grandmothers, my mom's mom, my dad's mom. Like my grandmother, my dad's mom, both grandmas cooked very well, but we were always like, because she lived closer to Miami, we had her cooking all the time and she would buy desserts. But my mom's mom could bake so well. And so I always thought, man, when I get older, I'm gonna get a restaurant, and my grandmother's gonna do all the regular cooking, and my other grandmother's gonna do the baking. And so we'll just wait till we get to heaven, so I can open this restaurant for them. But and thinking about the things that we have, so it was always the dressing. My mom makes really good dressing too, but she makes hers with cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her, and I always tell people my mom is real serious about her skillet cornbread.
Yeah,
I like it easy. They now buy these honey box. It's white with this. I can't remember the cornbread now. Not to make her dressing, but yeah. But we had the dressing, we had the turkey, we had the ham. Because in my mind, back to your thing about not having regular turkey. After a while, you get tired of regular Thanksgiving meal, but then you cut up the turkey and the ham, and then you have sandwiches.
That's true. That to me, that's one of the best parts. My dad would make like ham salad, like 2 days later with the ham, and
ham salad,
turkey sandwiches, all kinds of stuff.
See, that's what you can't do that with turkey wings. I just want to throw that out there. Turkey wings is a one eat time.
That's true, but you don't need them. They're gonna be so good. All you need is one. All you need is that one time.
I don't know. And for some, also, like, it just seemed like the ham never ended. Like, I don't care how big or small it was.
It was like always more. Yeah.
Everybody ate, and you always had so much ham left. Yeah. It's like, did this ham grow while we were sitting down eating? Now the turkey be cut down some, but it's like, And then with the turkey, I want it injected. I want it full of flavor, and I want some good gravy. And so we'll have the desserts. We'll have the mac and cheese. We will have someone's collard greens. I know how to make collard greens now. I didn't before, but I know how to make good collard greens now. My family hasn't had it yet, but they will. They will. They're going to love it.
They don't have no choice in the matter.
You said what?
They don't have no choice in the matter.
Listen. I know how to make mac and cheese. I know how to make collard greens. I don't know how to make dressing, but I will. My nephew I had Thanksgiving at my home one year, and my nephew made dressing. He made really good dressing, but I have not learned how to make dressing yet, but I'll try. But yeah, I feel like I'm missing something. We had collard greens, mac and cheese, dressing.
You got to have the cranberry sauce.
Yes. Okay. So I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about Donna Perry was saying how she makes cranberry sauce. I think that's what she said. I am one that I don't mind it out the can. I don't mind it out the can. That's one. Two, I don't want. And my friends think I'm crazy, but I don't want my cranberry sauce to be on top of my dressing. Like, I have friends that mix those things together, and I just think, no. When you have the little indicators on the plate, I want my cranberry sauce just by itself. Over there, yeah. Like my mac and cheese and cornbread, not cornbread, dressing can touch, and I can take a spoonful of that or a fork of both of those and eat it, but I will not mix that fruit with my savory.
Now, one time I made some mac and cheese bites with like a cranberry drizzle. So like I took the cranberry sauce and reduced it down with like fresh cranberries and like drizzled it over the mac and cheese. Because sometimes you just get bored with the same food. So this was like a pan of mac and cheese we had from Thanksgiving, and it was leftover. So I took the leftovers and made mac and cheese bites out of it. So you just freeze it and then ball them up, like make balls, and then batter it in flour and fry it.
Are y'all taking notes? Because that's a good idea. Or if you're like my sister's mac and cheese and it's not so great and you want to just add something to it, that is something that you should actually do. But yes. Okay. Oh, also with that, I've gone places and they had and then we'll cut to a video. I've seen that they had like egg roll. They looked like an egg roll, but it was mac and cheese, like fried, like this whole thing,
like a soul food roll.
Yeah, but it was mac and cheese, and
I've done that with like mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, collard greens, really whatever you have, and you just put it inside.
That is so neat to me. I love all these ideas and things, but when I get in the kitchen, it's like that never crosses my mind unless I have your book.
It's full of them.
Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Okay. And so we need to talk about, since we have talked about, right. We talked about the cornbread. You're going to eat the rest of your cornbread. And I want you to preface us on this cornbread recipe that we are about to see.
Yeah, so this is actually two dishes in one. It's a sweet potato cornbread. To me, cornbread doesn't have to be complicated. I like Jiffy. So I use Jiffy cornbread as a base. And I mix it with sweet potato and make a sweet potato cornbread.
That's different. So if y'all are ready, I'm about to play this video, and I want you to get your pen and paper out so you all can make sure you know how to make this sweet potato cornbread.
All right, I'm gonna get into this sweet potato cornbread, but at this point, Jiffy owes me a check. This recipe, you'll need 8.5 ounces of Jiffy corn muffin mix, 1 medium sweet potato, 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of milk, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon.
That was good.
And that recipe is already TikTok famous. So if you haven't tried it yet, you're late.
That's right. So y'all, if you have those extra sweet potatoes at your house after you've made that sweet potato pie, which I have made it once. I have made a sweet potato pie once. Listen, you're trying to think of what to do extra this year. You can make different kinds of cornbread.
Sweet potato cornbread. You could do sweet potato waffles.
Ooh.
Because sweet potato brownies, like a blondie brownie, but with sweet potato.
What? Say it again?
Sweet potato brownies.
I've not tried that. That's very different. But my question is, would you put a topping on it? What topping would you put on it?
So typically I'll do like a cinnamon sugar, like butter. We have fairy dust, which is one of our seasonings from Kitchen Sink Cook. So it's got like lavender in it. That's really good with anything really sweet potato. So if you mix it with the butter and the sweet potato cornbread, it's a good mix.
I've never heard of that. That's good. Oh, again, those that may be just coming on. I need them to know, how do they get this book? How do they get the recipes? They need to know how soon to get these, unless they can get some now, the seasonings.
Yep. So it's on therobamyers.com, or you can do ksc.therobamyers.com.
Okay.
Or therobamyers.com /the kitchen sink cook. So
that's
either
it.
way you can find us.
Tell me, and go back to giving us a story for those that may have not seen other shows or conferences with you with me, or that you were on with me. How did this come about, this book?
So originally, it was something I wanted to do for young men. My parents were always passionate about me being able to be self-sufficient and not being a young man who needed to, depend on a spouse to cook. So I got in the kitchen pretty early. I tried some stuff out, almost burned the kitchen down a few times, but sausage, eggs, of course, those type of things. And I had a love for cooking early and a love for mixing recipes and things. So I kind of got the bug to want to create a book, and I put it off for maybe 10, 15 years. And then COVID happened, and I was sitting at the house every day, all day, staring at the walls. And God was like, now is the time. So the recipe started to come. The concept for the book started to materialize. And that is kind of where it was birthed and realized was during COVID. And so we've been rocking with it ever since. And we're working on a book 2. But book 1 is still going strong. The spices and the seasonings are still doing well, and people are still discovering it for the first time. That's what's so crazy about social media, is that you think that, it's maxed out and people have kind of tired of you, and then you get a whole new set of audience and, viewers. So it's been a blessing.
That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. What can you give us a sneak peek of what the book 2 will be about?
So book 2 will be a little more intimate, like date night recipes, things like that. And dishes a little more intricate. So book 1 was more like almost like a recipes for dummies. Like you've seen the dummies books, the series of books where it's just simple, basic recipes. Because again, the first concept was for young men to be able to to be self-sufficient in the kitchen. So not to be intimidated by the kitchen. Book 2 is more about having fun in the kitchen, mixing things that you wouldn't typically think to mix, and kind of how to make sense in the science behind cooking and what flavors go together.
That is pretty awesome. I think that is really great that your parents pushed that. Growing up, I know my mom did not want me to mess up her food, but she allowed me not only to clean the chicken, but she would allow me to, and I used to find this so fun, to peel potatoes. I used to think that was the neatest thing. And when I found out that they had an invention that I can't remember what it's called, but it's not a knife. Is it a scraper?
Like a peeler, a potato peeler?
Oh, yeah. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It's the little things. And so I even remember I would watch her do stuff, and I just picked it up as years progressed. But I do remember that my dad taught me how to fry chicken. Now, I do not fry in my house now. On the inside, I'll fry on the balcony of the deck, but because I can't deal with the grease smell in my home, because it just never leaves. I don't care how many days goes by. It's like, you just fried some fish or chicken. But those little things of allowing your kids to learn cooking is just so imperative, because a lot of people get grown and they don't know how to boil water. I know some people that it's like, if they lose their spouse, it is Hungry City from now on. And so teaching those parents out there, it's your kids will really appreciate it. They may not like it at first, unless they just have a heart for it. And I love being in the kitchen. I love the idea of cooking. I definitely keep a lot of restaurants that I help keep their lights on, but I do love the idea of cooking, and I love learning and watching videos of cooking. I love recipe books and watching your videos on the different cool things that you put together. I think it's really neat. But I want to make sure that I don't keep people waiting on this amazing turkey wings. So you can introduce us to that video.
Yeah, so that's the turkey wings is actually was one of my first signature recipes. I've always preferred, like we talked about this, I preferred turkey wings over like traditional turkey or smoked turkey. I do like smoked turkey, but turkey wings, something about turkey wings always I just always favored them over the other versions. So with this recipe, I kind of took my mom's recipe and tweaked it and kind of kicked it up a notch. I added, I call them top shelf turkey wings because I like cooking with wine and cooking with alcohol. I'm not a big drinker, but I don't mind cooking with it. I like the way it flavors food. So with this particular recipe, the gravy is a Moscato gravy.
Well, that's exciting. Well, we are, let me get my glass. No, joking. Let's get ready to learn about the non-traditional turkey wings.
Hey, it's your man, Rob Myers. I am the Kitchen Sink Cook. I'd like to wish you all a happy holidays from my family to yours. And today we're going to be cooking up my top shelf turkey wings. And when I say top shelf, it's because we're cooking with wine, of course. But don't worry, none of the guilt because it's going to cook off. So grab your taste buds. It's time to eat. For this recipe, you'll need 3 to 4 pounds of turkey wings cut up. I like mine cut into 3 parts. For the marinade, you'll need 1 medium onion chopped, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1.5 tablespoons of ground sage, 2 tablespoons of dried thyme leaves, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1/2 cup of sherry wine vinegar, 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce. For the gravy, you'll need 22 ounces of cream of mushroom soup, 4 tablespoons of butter, and then 3 to 4 cups to a cup of white wine, Moscato, or champagne of your choosing. We're going to start with our marinade. In a medium saucepan over medium-high heat, you'll add your vegetable oil and let that get warm. Then you'll add your chopped onions and give them a good stir. You want to saute those until they become slightly translucent. Then you'll add your sage, dried thyme leaves, kosher salt, garlic powder, and Cajun seasoning. Then give that another toss and add your sherry wine vinegar and Worcestershire sauce and stir again. Once all the ingredients have had the chance to cook together, you want to take the pan off the heat and let it cool for 5 to 10 minutes because you don't want to put that hot marinade on the raw meat. Your finished marinade should look something like this, almost like a mud mask or a base of a crab boil. Now you want to pour the marinade over the turkey wings and toss those around until the marinade is evenly distributed. Then you'll get those in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours or overnight if you have time. That's what I recommend. Now we want to make our gravy. You want to take the butter and let that melt in the pan and then add the mushroom gravy so that can begin to cook down. Once that's nice and creamy, we add our wine or champagne. Don't be alarmed because the liquid will break up your gravy. It may even bubble up a little, but you'll just stir until the gravy gets smooth again. Once that's smooth, you have 2 options. You can combine the turkey and the gravy and put them in your crock pot on low heat for 7 to 8 hours, or you can roast them in the oven at 350 degrees for 1.5 hours on a wire rack and roasting pan, covered with foil or a lid. Then take them out, reduce your heat to 300 degrees, add your gravy, and use some chicken stock to surround the turkey wings until the liquid fills up the sides of the pan, then bake for another 2 hours with the pan covered. And then you end up with an empty dish because these wings are bomb and you won't have no leftovers. Enjoy, and be sure to hashtag Kitchen Sink Cook when you try them. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't had a chance to pick up my book, you can log on to ksc.therobamyers.com.
Wow. Yeah, people didn't know, now they know. That sauce, I mean, that sauce alone, no, that's not what you called it. You didn't call it sauce.
The gravy, the sauce.
Yeah.
Deliciousness.
It looked really good. I as I was watching, it's like, man, I should have had some turkey wings so I could have jumped in the kitchen right quick and showed you how it's really done. But besides that, it looked really good. And I think that sauce, again, I tell you, and I think I even asked my mom about it the other day, and she told me what to do to make that like that crispy skin.
Yeah, you got to have the perfect ratio of wet to meat. Like, you just got to. Some people don't have enough. That's not enough. And some people put too much, then it gets gummy.
I don't want gummy. I don't want gummy wings.
I like it falling off the bone, but not gummy.
Yeah. Now, is this something that you make every year?
Yeah, for the most part. If I'm cooking, honestly, this year I don't know if I'm cooking this year. I'm not motivated this year. Like we were talking about possibly going somewhere and just grabbing something.
What? Okay, so I always not always think of this idea, but that is where the spread comes in, because after you come back home, now what are we gonna eat? Now we got to go back out or cook something.
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not motivated this year, so we'll see. That's still a week away. I might wake up next Tuesday and say, you know what, I want to cook a whole meal.
Now, and this is why I had you come on this week, because, well, I'll be out of the country next week, but I wanted to make sure people had a chance to find out the great things that they needed to make and have ready for next Thursday, because our show will be next. It would have been next week, Wednesday night. But I wanted to make sure people knew, hey, if I don't feel like cooking a whole turkey and it's sitting in the oven for hours, I can make some turkey wings. So how long would that actually just normally take?
So if you're going to bake them, like 3 to 4 hours total.
What?
Yep.
I don't. If I've ever made turkey wings, I think I made them once, and I did not realize how to make them non-gummy, but I'm sure they were great and flavorful. I think some people ate it and it was good, but
Crock-pot is easier. Crock-pot, you just put them on, season them how you want to, and set them for 6 to 8 hours and let it just do its thing.
But back to my thing, would it be crispy? I like the skin a little crispy on some turkey wings, even in a crock-pot.
So what you can do is, after you've done it in a crock-pot, take the dish, put it out on like a sheet pan, and put it in the broiler.
Okay.
So you get like the best of both worlds. So you get falling off the bone, but it also gets a little crispy at the same time in the skin. So the skin has a little give to it.
Gosh, I love that crispy. Like, I'm the one that I want. If I even go to a cookout, I want the close to almost fully burnt hot dog. I want the wings that have that black on it, and then that broiling just gets that on the wings. Oh yeah, that sounds actually really good. I did not know it takes that long, though. Did not know that. It's just about the same as a turkey.
Yeah, but just again, you can set it in the morning and then it's done by the time you're ready to eat.
And let me tell you this, and we'll talk about some traditions, and then we'll get out of here. On a normal day, between 1 and 3 comes like this. On Thanksgiving, the afternoon takes so long to come.
Because you get to eat early. Everybody's eating by 12 o'clock.
12, maybe 1 or 2 at our house. But because one, you got to wait till everybody gets there.
You don't have to.
You don't, but you try to. You just try to make sure the main people are there. You try to think about the people that said they're going to run late, or people that's going to stop by just to get a plate, say hello, and then leave. But man, it just takes so long for the afternoon when it's cooking time. What would you say are some of the traditions that you all do for Thanksgiving?
You know what? Our biggest tradition is, it doesn't really happen on Thanksgiving. It's actually the day after, when most people are doing Black Friday shopping. Our biggest Thanksgiving tradition is going Christmas tree shopping the day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
And that has always been one of my favorite memories. Getting up and going when everybody's headed to like Walmart and Target and doing the Black Friday. We were going to Home Depot to go get a Christmas tree.
That is pretty awesome. So I commend that, because that tells me that you all acknowledge Thanksgiving, and all these people that already have their Christmas decorations up right now, they're missing out all this wonderful fall decor in their house to acknowledge the harvest and great gratitude season. And so I commend you all for that tradition. Let me just say that out loud. I commend you all for acknowledging Thanksgiving and then not starting Christmas stuff until after Thanksgiving.
Now, I will play Christmas music. November 1st, Christmas music is on blast.
I don't mind it. I mean, Christmas music is just great. I'll sing Christmas music all year, but decorations, no. Because I mean, what are Thanksgiving songs?
You sound like Jackson. My son is like, it's so rude. They're disrespecting Thanksgiving. They already got, because we have neighbors who have full on like Christmas decorations up already.
Yes, my neighbors too as well. And I'm thinking, what happened to harvest time? What happened to pumpkins? Yes, okay, Halloween's over, but Halloween's not the only time for pumpkins. We got a whole month of November. It's just Jonathan. A tradition that we have that we do a lot. We rent this big home in Orlando, Florida, like maybe 10 plus rooms, and family just comes, and we all are in this one big home, and we just enjoy each other. The great thing is, you don't have to wait for people to pull up, just you're waiting for people to come downstairs to eat. But I think that has been a great tradition that we have been sharing every year or every other year, where the families come together that we haven't seen all year, and we just fellowship. I just think that people coming together is just a wonderful thing. A lot of times we come together for funerals or when somebody's sick or something like that, but to come together for any time, I think is just wonderful. And we were talking, I think it was last week when we were talking about how emotions that people have during the holidays, depression and the loneliness and those things. Even Friendsgiving, I think that's not a new trend, but I think that trend is wonderful because a lot of people like me, I'm single here in Texas by myself without family. And so I'm building community, but when you don't have family where you are, just to have that community to come together with people you can get along with, enjoy a meal, have great conversation, I think is wonderful. So those that are not with their family this holiday season, if you can connect with another family or create your own thing and connect with your friends that don't have family to go to or someone to connect with, hey, tell them to bring a pot of something, have a little potluck. Yeah. Bring to one, but ask those that you can trust they're eating. If they don't cook very well, hey, you bring the forks and plates. We got it.
Stay in your keeping weight class, stay where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, like who's bringing the sodas? Yeah, it's okay. You're the one bringing the sodas. I've been to your house before, and so it's like just make it work. Make it work for you, but try your best not to be alone this Thanksgiving if you can. If you can't, hey, if you have family or friends somewhere, FaceTime them. Make your plate, have them make theirs. Y'all sit there, eat, and have and FaceTime. And just little ideas that you can do to enjoy this holiday season. Is there anything else? Definitely, I want you to share with them one more time how they can get your awesome book.
Yep. So it's KSC. That's kitchensink.cook.therobamyers.com. Or you can just go to therobamyers.com and click on the Kitchen Sink Cook tab. There's the cookbook, there's seasonings, there's cooking tutorials, there's all kinds of things. But speaking of another do's and don'ts, do service. My fraternity and I, we do turkey giveaways on Thanksgiving. The morning before Thanksgiving, we pick 10 families and donate full turkey baskets with all the trimmings, all the fixings, and give that out. I think it always feels good to do for others, especially around the holidays. And then, as you mentioned, guard your heart. Like, family looks different for everybody.
It does.
Whether it be your blood family or your chosen family, like be with people who you enjoy being with. Don't take those 2 or 3 days off work to decide to do lemon squeezes and have heart to hearts. If the holidays should be spent retreating, so have a good time. Be with people that you enjoy. Save those conversations for other days. Do that before the holidays comes. Don't waste the holiday time doing that.
Come on, lemon squeeze. Never. I don't know if I've heard that, but that's good. That's a good idea. Be with people that you enjoy, not people you want to fight.
Right.
So save that for when everybody's not at the house. And it's just y'all two. So
right.
Anyway, y'all fight. But thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sharing. And so y'all know you need to get the book because We talked about cornbread and turkey wings, but you don't know the sides, you don't know the desserts. And that's all in this book. And I want you to make sure that you go to his site and get it. You're missing out. You're missing out if you don't already have it. There's so many great recipes in here. I have tried some. I've even done one on the show, and it was good. And I believe anything that I cook is good. So you're not here to try it. So you're just going to have to believe me, and that's okay. And that is okay. But is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
That's all. Thank y'all for indulging me, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your support. For those who've already gotten the book or who plan to get the book, I promise you won't be disappointed.
You won't. And listen, y'all do these recipes. People in your family and friends may think you actually can cook. And so get your book. And it hits everything: appetizers, main dishes, side dishes, desserts. And then you can go to the website and get some seasoning. So don't miss out. Don't miss out. Rob A. Myers is the kitchen sink cook. Make sure you go and get my classmates' book. So again, I thank you all. Thank you, Chef Rob, for coming on the show. I thank you all for being so active in the comment section. And I thank you for just being a part of the Today Is Your Day show. I want you to know that it doesn't have to be your birthday for today to be your day.